Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this giant cinnamon roll. Let's begin. To start on the recipe, you'll want to start on the dough, so grab yourself a large mixing bowl, and into the mixing bowl place your bread flour and your salt and give them a good mix just to combine. You can then go ahead and add in the remaining ingredients in no particular order. As long as they are all added to the bowl and mixed in, it's fine, it doesn't need to be in any order. You can then go ahead and mix the dough on a low speed for 2 minutes, followed by a further 4 to 6 minutes on a medium-high speed. The dough will be slightly sticky but will almost leave the bowl perfectly clean. Place onto a flat surface and give it a brief knead just to incorporate some flour to prevent that stickiness and just to help the gluten formation. Bring it back into a ball shape, then you can go ahead and place it into your lightly oiled bowl and then cover it with cling film and leave to proof for around an hour or until it doubles in size. You can then go ahead and make the cinnamon butter filling, which is just ground cinnamon, butter and light brown sugar. Whisk it all together until everything has been fully incorporated and you can't see a trace of a single ingredient. Scrape the bowl down and set aside until you need it later on. Once your dough has proofed, you can then flour your work surface with some bread flour and place the dough directly onto it. Then you'll just want to knock it back. This is the process of removing the gases that have built up in the dough during the first proof. And you want to get as much of it out as possible, so just use your fingertips or your fists, just knock it back, that gets rid of all the air, then bring it back into a ball shape. You will then want to roll it out into a large rectangle. The dimensions for the dough will be left on the blog post, which will be linked down below, so don't forget to check that out if you are interested in making it. Once you've got the dough rolled out, you can then add your cinnamon butter filling on top and just spread it out and get it as level and consistent as possible, covering the entirety of the dough. Once you've got the cinnamon butter filling on the top of the dough, you'll then want to start rolling it up, starting with one of your 5 pieces. Just start to roll it up and keep it as tight as possible so you have that perfect swirl. At the start it's really easy to work with, but as you start adding the extra layers it does start to get harder to work with the dough, so just be careful and keep that in mind. So now you've used all of your dough and cinnamon butter filling up, you can place it into a 10-inch springform cake tin, loosely cover with cling film and allow to proof for a further 45 to 60 minutes or until it's well risen like this, as it will expand more while baking as well, so keep that in mind. Here's what it looks like after the proof. Place that into your preheated oven and bake it up. All of that information will be in the blog post, which will be linked down below. So while your cinnamon roll is baking, you will want to make the cream cheese icing. So into a bowl, place your icing sugar and butter and beat together until they're combined. Then you can go ahead and stop the mixer and add in all of your cream cheese. Then just mix it until everything is incorporated and the mixture is smooth. You're not looking for a very thick consistency, you're looking for more of a spreadable. That's perfect. You don't want it to be too stiff or too loose, so keep it at that spreadable consistency. If you find that your cream cheese mixture is a little loose, you can always add some more icing sugar or place it into the fridge, which is what I recommend once you are done with the mixture. So then just place it into the fridge until you need it later on. So then once your cinnamon roll is baked and almost fully cooled, you can start to add on the cream cheese icing. If you leave it a little warm, it just helps to let that cream cheese soak in and just make it the perfect giant cinnamon roll, because why not? Just spread it out and get it as consistent as you possibly want it. If you can use more or less cream cheese, that's completely up to you. I then like to let it sit and just the cream cheese to skin over. That's me. You can eat it straight away if you really want to. But here is what it looks like once you cut into it. So I recommend using a bread knife, as it is bread and it might be a bit tougher to cut through if you're using more of a chef's knife. So here is what the cinnamon roll looks like once it's fully baked and cooled and decorated. You've got a good layer of cream cheese icing, and you can see all the layers of cinnamon sugar and the dough. It looks great. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me. And I'll be back again on Thursday with another video, so join me then. But in the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description of the video. There'll be a link to this blog post, a link to my blog, and then all the links to my social media. So don't forget to go and follow me over on there. But that's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.